Hi friends, good evening. Warm welcome one and all to Super 25 program, India's largest online stock traders conference. Friends, we are on the 24th day of our massive 25 days journey. Today we have an interesting speaker, Mr. Harish Kumar, who is a chartered accountant by profession. He's a technical trader, positional price action trader. He mainly works on the concepts of demand supply fueled with Bollinger Bands. He has been in the stock markets ever since 2009. So I must say this guy is senior to me because I took stock market seriously, you know, after 2011-12 only. Okay, he considers himself a lifetime learner of markets, and his firm belief is to focus on his capital protection. Okay, he never cares too much about the reward. His primary focus is always on the capital protection. Well, dear Harish, on behalf of the entire Super 25 audience and my extended Traders Gurukul family, I would like to extend my warm welcome to you to this program.
Thank you so much, Ashok.
So it's really a great pleasure to have you on board, my friend. Now the stage is yours. Please go ahead. We would like to
Yeah.
listen from you.
So, thank you so much, Ashok. So, hello friends. I hope each and everybody of you are healthy and taking care of yourself and your loved ones. Actually, we are going through a tough phase right now. So, basically, uh, as uh, as introduced by Ashok, I'm a chartered accountant. So, I entered into stock markets in 2009. But somehow I also took market seriously in 2014-15. So today our topic is Bollinger Band, and we'll study few techniques which we can combine with Bollinger Bands. So I'll try to put my best efforts that all of you get some good learnings in today's webinar. Basically, I was introduced to market with a good friend of me. So initially, like every novice trader, I busted few accounts, and I started with some uh, worked on some tips and all. But after losing some good amount, so I started to learn technicals, and thereafter it's a journey of learning and earning. So initially, I started with the complex charts, indicators, oscillators, and slowly and steadily, I realized that simplicity is something which works in the market. So I started with basic charts, looking demand, supply, price action, etc. So after that, I added Bollinger Band to it. Since then, it is working great for me. So today, if I have to take decisions for my trading, I use minimum number of things like charts with candlestick charts, Bollinger Band, moving average, and RSI. That's it. So this, I think, if you want to follow me, my Twitter handle is @Harry007. Basically, as told by Ashok, I firmly believe that protecting your capital is must. So if you are a new trader and if you protect your capital for first 2 years, there is no one who can stop you to earn money after that. So focus on protecting your capital first. The returns will follow, right? It is possible through risk management and discipline only. The purpose of taking webinar is the sentence given by Robert Heinlein, who says when one teaches to learn. So if I'm teaching something to someone, it is not that person who is learning. Even I'm also learning. So agenda of today's webinar will be our, first of all, we'll go through topic of security analysis, just have a brief on fundamental and technical analysis. Then we'll discuss about candlestick, demand and supply zones, that is value zones. Then we'll see price action at demand supply zones. Then we'll discuss about the importance of 20 SMA, that is a magnetic line. Then we'll go to our main topic, Bollinger Band, and we'll discuss few techniques and strategies with the Bollinger Band and other few indicators. Then there's a slide on becoming a better trader, how to become a better trader, so that you can apply your edges to earn money, right? Thereafter, our query and doubt section will be there. So this is a general disclaimer for me that what I know is what I read and observe. The material which I have used may not be property of the presenter or the organizer. Charts from where I have taken charts, it is basically TradingView, Zerodha and chart. And friends, don't construe any example to be an advice or recommendation. Right? Trading system cannot be a rigid one, because TA is not a hardcore science. It is an art, or if I say it is a scientific art. It is basically science which has to be used in an artistic manner. You can tweak your system as per your demand, as per the demand of the setup or context. And critical thinking is also required when you are doing trading other than the algo trading or discretion trading. Then you have to use your critical thinking also. And the last but not the least, that without risk management discipline, we are bound to erode our capital, whatever may be the accuracy or strength of the system. So first, we'll discuss about the security analysis. So guys, when it comes to the trading, short term or long term, anything, one has to make a decision based upon some inputs. So different people use different inputs. These inputs are broadly categorized into two categories. So these categories are fundamental analysis and technical analysis. So in fundamental analysis, what we do, basically the analyst who is doing a fundamental analysis, he looks for fundamentally strong companies, growing companies, which is doing better and which are expected to do better in near future, right? And in technical analysis, what we do, we are taught to follow the trend, higher high, higher low, technically strong companies, we look to go long on them, on those companies. Likewise, in fundamentally weak companies, the people who have invested or who have investment in the fundamentally weak companies, they tend to withdraw their money from those companies. Likewise, if you follow technical analysis, the lower high and lower low, if a company is making lower high and lower low, we tend to withdraw money from the stocks of those companies, right? So fundamental analysis basically is a method of measuring the security's fair value. Right? We study the related economic and financial factors. So these analysts study anything that can affect the security's value. It may be macroeconomic factor, state of economy, industry condition, or microeconomic factors also, like companies management or the price of raw material, government decision, anything. So they search for the stocks which are moving at a higher or lower than their real value. So if they find some stock which is currently at lower than their real value, so they tend to buy those stocks. Similarly, in technical analysis, we study price and volume, we study the supply and demand, and we use some tools which scrutinize the ways supply and demand for a security will affect changes in price. So how the supply and demand will affect the price of a security, we study and we analyze in the technical analysis thing. So we identify the trading opportunity looking at the price trends, patterns on the charts. Basically, we believe in history repeats itself. So they believe the past trading activities and price changes of a security can be valuable indicators of the security's future price movements. So this is the fundamental analysis and technical analysis. What we do in fundamental analysis, basically fundamental analysis, it requires a lot of hard work and expertise. I'm not debating here that whether fundamental analysis is good or technical analysis is good. Both are fantastic, both works fantastically in their own terms. The difference lies in the expertise and hard work. So if you are a hard-working person, if you believe in the fundamentals, or if you believe in the accounts and all these things of the company, you can go ahead with fundamental analysis also. But in my opinion, technical analysis is a less cumbersome, and you have to filter few things while doing the technical analysis. N number of models are there in the fundamental analysis. Likewise, technical analysis has so many indicators, so many patterns and all. So we can say comparatively, technical analysis is easier than fundamental analysis, comparatively. So you can analyze a company well if you know the technicals of a company, technical, in terms of charts and patterns, and reasonable fundamentals of the company. So if you know about reasonable fundamentals of a company, you can get entry and exit easily with the help of technical analysis, right? So if I take an example, why I actually initially I started with fundamental analysis only, but after few months I switched over to technical analysis. So why I did so, I'll just take an example. Suppose the currently pandemic issue, corona, is resolved. I wish it happens soon. Suppose it has it has gone, no corona patient is there, everything is fine right now. Now you have to find best 2 restaurants in your nearby vicinity. So what will you do? You have 2 choices. You have 20 restaurants nearby your house. Out of those 20 restaurants, you have to pick and choose 2 best of them. So what will you do? If you do fundamental analysis in that sense, what will you do? You will go to each of 20 restaurants, you will taste the food, you will see the ambience, cost effectiveness, and then rank them on the basis of these factors, and then you'll choose the best 2 restaurant, right? And if we go through the technical analysis, what you'll do, you'll in fact not go, what will you do, you'll just check, you'll refine the list with those where you find maximum people reaching there for dinner and lunch, maximum orders, maximum things. So the second option is less cumbersome and less expensive also. So that's why TA is my first choice. I'm again repeating, I'm not denying that the fundamental analysis doesn't work. It also works fantastic. So I think candlestick, everyone should know about this candlestick formation. This is a bearish candle, high, low. In both type of candle, high and low is same. In a bearish candle, the open is here and close is here. And in a bullish candle, open is here and close is here. These are few single candlestick patterns. Why we are studying here? Because they are very useful if they are used at the as the best location. So this is the doji. In doji, open and close are equal. So these are the 4 formation of doji. These are the spinning tops. This is a bullish Marubozu. This is a bearish Marubozu. In Marubozu candle, the high and low are equal to the close and open respectively in case of a green candle, right? Or there might be a small high as compared to the close, or a small low as compared to the open. This is a hammer. This is a hanging man. This is an inverted hammer. This is a shooting star. This is basically just opposite of inverted hammer. Their name, you don't have to remember the name of these candlesticks. You just have to identify those at the correct area. So this is the double candlestick patterns. This is a bullish engulfing candle, where the body of this candle has engulfed entirely the body of the previous candle, right? Similarly, this is a bearish engulfing. In this case, the present candle is a red one. This is the bullish harami. So the body of the present candle is totally engulfed by the previous candle.